Welcome to Mr. Belle Kitchen today. Today I would like to thank all my subscribers and all my viewer watchers watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Today during this pandemic, I'll be cooking, sauteing some collard greens. Today I'll be having 3 batches of collard greens. I'll be eyeballing the olive oil I put in. I'll be having 1 teaspoon of ranch seasoning, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, and 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, half a white onion, and 3 cloves of garlic. And as you see, I have no meat on the counter for this right here. I'll just be sauteing these greens. It's so delicious what you have with your dinner. We'll have some chicken and some rice with it, and that's going to be real good because I'm going to be cooking it in the Power XL. Today I will be taking this top off this Power XL like this, just raise it up, and I'm going to put it to the side. And I'm going to take my grill out of here. As you see, it's nice and clean. This is nice and clean. I'm going to set that to the side too. And I'll be using the top on it today. So I can saute these things, and I'll be setting it on saute. I come back up here and saute right there. Press timer. For its temperature is 350, and I'll be setting it at 35, and I'll be pressing start to let it heat up. I put the oil in. Now I'm just gonna pour a little bit olive oil in here like this and let that just get real hot, so when I saute my onions and everything, it'll be nice. Like I said, I was just eyeballing. You could use any kind of oil you want to, but I use olive oil. And like I say, this is my first time doing some collard greens in this Power XL. I'm just doing it to see how it come out. I'm gonna be sauteing it in there. You could put ham hocks in it or whatever you want to put in it, but today we just feel like eating some just regular sauteed collard greens, nice and seasoning. I'm going to put these garlic and onions in there. As you hear it sizzling just a little. It's nice and hot already, so I'm just going to stir this up like this. Stir it up till you get a little brown, and just let that saute in there. It's real good. Just stir that up. And as you know, I washed my collard greens 3 times with some nice water, chopped them up real nice and small. So when I put them in there, they be nice and good. And put the seasoning in. Okay, as you see, my onions is nice and brown. My garlic in there is nice and brown and everything. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring my bowl right over there, and I'm just going to start putting these collard greens in. My hands is clean. Put them in like that. And they're nice. I cut these up. These is fresh collard greens. So I cut them up myself. They not bag collard greens. They was cut up myself. I'm just going to put them in there. And it looks like a lot of collard greens right now. You know, as you cook greens, they turn down to a little. So, and then I'm going to do 1 stir on it and just lift it up. And put it in like that and just do it just like that. And mix them up so they be nice and good, so that all get over all of them, and so it be nice and good. So what I'm going to do next, after I mix all that up, so the onions and the garlic could be all over it, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit the top on it and let that cook for a few minutes before I put the rest of the seasoning in it. Okay, it's been 7 minutes since it's been cooking. So I'm gonna sit the top to the side. As you see, they looking nice and pretty. They looking beautiful and everything. And I'm just gonna stir that up. Like I said, you can do any kind of greens you want. You can do some mustard greens, some turnip greens, some any kind. But me, myself, I like collard greens better than the turnip. So I'm doing collard greens today. And this is my first time doing it. So now what I'm gonna do while it's cooking like that, before I put the top on, I'm just gonna add my seasoning in. I'm just gonna pour it all over. Just pour that in there like that. Pour it in there like that. Just like that. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna eyeball just a little bit water in there. So when I put the top on it, I'm just gonna put a little bit over there like that. And I'm gonna stir it up. Stir that up like that. So it'll be nice and good. And this is gonna be nice, good, and seasoned. And as you see, I'm still stirring it up and everything, making sure that seasoning be all over it. And so they'll be nice and tender. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more water so they cook down all over it like that. So they'll be nice, good, and soft. And it depends on you. Whatever you want to put in your collard greens, you can put in there and here. Or if you just want to cook it in the water, you don't have to saute them. You can just cook it in the power itself. So I'm just lay this out and then mix it up good and everything. And I'm going to put the top on and let it finish cooking. Okay, it's been like 28 minutes, so I'm gonna take the top off and we're gonna look at it together, and I'm just gonna stir that up just a little, and they still kind of not cooked yet. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna eyeball a little water in it, and I'm gonna put the top on it. I'm gonna eyeball this. Eyeball that and put a little water in it, and I'm gonna stir it up. And I'm gonna put the top on it, and this should be almost ready to be cooked. And I'm gonna put the top back on it and let it cook. And now you hear the beep, and that means they done. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna press cancel. And I'm going to take the top off. Yes, and they done. I'm going to sit the top down. And I'm just stir it up a little bit. Nice and good. They're looking good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take them out. I'm going to get my pot holder, and I'm going to take them out. And I'm going to put them right in this bowl. As you see, I took you step by step. And that's they coming out right here. And took you step by step. Like I say, you always want to put your pan to the side. You don't want to put it back in there while it's hot and the pan is hot. So I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to, they nice and hot, and I'm going to just take a nice little taste of them while they hot. As you see, all that good seasonings in it and everything, they hot. I'm going to take a taste anyway. I'm going to blow it. And that's nice and soft. Have a little crunch to it. And like I say, that's the collard greens cooked in the Power XL, and that's Cooking with the Belle. So if you like it, subscribe it, leave a comment in the box. For all you viewers haven't subscribed and you like the cooking with the videos with the Power XL, subscribe. I have plenty of videos.